Is it live? Well, hello everybody. We're here in Utah today. So excited for a nonprofit summit on Friday, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. But you know, if it's Wednesday, it's Hump Day Happens, and I just got I'm just on the TV.
She was on TV, everyone,
right? And the gal was talking about Hump Day, and I go, Hump Day happens every Wednesday, and that's my podcast. So it's so exciting that people are calling Wednesdays Hump Day. Anyway, Char.
Yes.
Here we are live. Like I can,
know, we're in real person.
I can touch you.
I
like,
know, I'm so
is
excited.
that fun?
It is.
And in Utah here, just guys, they don't believe in masks.
No.
So every time we go into somewhere, I start breaking out in hives because I'm not used to being out of the house, first of all. And second of all, in places without masks. But Char is here today for actually two things.
Yes.
We're going to talk about sales and marketing for both profits and nonprofits.
Yes.
Which leads us into why I'm here, the nonprofit that
Yes.
we're running the summit.
And she's also speaking, and she's also going to be doing this in Irvine, California. So we cannot wait for this to happen next month for you.
So, Char, tell people who you are and a little bit about you and why. I was going to say why you like me so much. But,
I love Marsha.
But I think it's like why you do what you do and then your passion for nonprofits.
You know, I think one of the things that when people get to know me, they know that I live the giver's gain culture. I'm all about giving and how we all can win. I really believe that when you have an inspiration from whatever you call that, God, spirit, energy source, universe, that you're accountable at a whole different level. And when I talk about at a whole different level, that means that you have not only, you know, the physical skills and abilities, but you are going to attract the people who are going to help you do that. And that's why I think Marsha and I have such a great friendship, along with doing great business together, because she's that way. And she really believes in people. She's really all about the person winning, the person, you know, celebrating their wins and successes, and that you can have it all. And so when people get to know me, they'll just say, she's crazy and she's on a mission. And, you know, you just got to hold on tight and run with it.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Down to the minute.
Yes.
Okay, so we're here in Utah, and Char has booked us on a very tight schedule.
Yes.
Talking to different people running it. And I've never seen somebody, and this is what happened yesterday, so this explains who you are. We were running late because the meeting that we were at couldn't find out the people at the in the company couldn't find where the meeting was.
Yes.
So we went to 3 different conference rooms. We finally found it, which took 15 minutes.
Yep, took 15 minutes.
Okay, well, at the 30-minute mark, actually at the 25-minute mark, she's like, we have 5 more minutes. And then it was, you have 4 more minutes. Literally at 1 minute, she packed up her bag and we were out.
Yes.
I mean, and that works for you. People just expect that from you, right?
Well, and I think the thing is because they were going to win, right? When we were at that meeting, everyone on the table was winning. And so they knew that everything had to run a certain way in order for us to move the needle. And Marsha, you flew in from California on the belief that we're going to help people. And you just said, yep, we'll figure it out when I get there. And we just did. Mm-hmm. And she literally was wearing tennis shoes yesterday, guys. And so if you think about, you know, doing your marketing, doing your sales, figuring out your business, you've got to put some shoes on. And I feel like Marsha does that. She cares about everyone and she puts her shoes on and she gets to it.
Yeah.
See?
I did. You know what? I said to Shara, she was telling me our schedule. I'm like, I better wear my running shoes. She goes, oh yeah. And I didn't mean to wear them. Like I didn't do it. Like I didn't do it with intention. I was like, okay, I'm flying. I'm gonna wear my tennis shoes.
Right.
And then thank God I did. Yeah. So, nonprofit. Talk about nonprofit for a minute and talk about project.
Our Promise Project.
Yeah.
You know, one of the things I really believe in, Marsha, and this is really why I think our Promise Project became an inspiration, is because the nonprofits, they're a business. At the end of the day, they're a business entity, and all the differences between us and them is that they have a tax code. But their intent is the same, their desires are the same, and what they deliver is the same. They're keeping their promises to children, to families, to women, to people who are hungry. And so our Promise Project really was born from the idea of when I was a young mother adopting 2 children, that I didn't know how to be a mother and I didn't know how it was going to work, but I kept my promise to them that they'd never be the story they came from. And so my 2 children, you know, at that time were 6 and 7, and I didn't know what that would mean. and I sure didn't know what life would be like. But as long as I could keep my promise that they would go on to college, that they would not be a teenage pregnant mother, that they would have options and choices to grow themselves and sing on the Great Wall of China, I was keeping my promise. And so our promise project, especially this specific event and also our national launch of events, is to help other nonprofits keep their promises. We are educating them. We're giving them fiduciary, tools that they can use. We give them accounting tips. We give them how to manage their board and their volunteers, how to start a nonprofit for some people who are just trying to figure it out. And I think everyone's heart is in the right place. But a lot of times nonprofits take on this identity that, it's scarcity, that we can't ask for help, that we always have to be driven by donor dollars versus really use the engine of for-profit to be able to make money and to make relationships so that they can keep their promises. And so, Marsha, I think one of the biggest things that I'm really thankful for is that the project itself is to keep promises, but also to help them keep their promises. Because then as people, we are actually impacting more because of their efforts.
You know what?
What?
I want to share with you what happens when you work with somebody or you're around somebody like Shar, because this is the magic. Ready?
Oh.
Are you ready?
Yep.
So I'm sitting here listening to you about your promises and for kids. And my mission of my company, Levity Leadership, is to impact leaders of the next generation of leaders, right? And I have a passion for camps.
Yes.
And wait a minute, here it goes, right? And with COVID, I haven't been able to figure out how to serve them because they're all around how to get the kids back to camp and safe. But why can't all of these camps be part of our Promise Project?
And we make our own camps.
And that just came to me. Like, this is what happens, right? It's like, this has been my mission, and these camps are nonprofits. And when you were talking about how nonprofits don't see themselves as businesses, that is what happens in the camp industry. They don't see themselves as running like a business.
Right.
And that was my gift to them, which is like,
which is the magic, is the synergy of this relationship.
But it's just like, oh my God, like the light bulb. Like, I've been sitting with this thing all the time. So I'm so excited to be able to, when we go back to California, all of those camps that.
Let's look at it. Let's take it from a step back, right? Because a lot of times people don't understand what they have in front of them because they're so married to the problem that they need someone who's going to step back and help them see, just like in your business, right? For coaching and mentoring and helping these leaders become the best version of themselves. Sometimes they're so close to the problem. They don't understand that they really are a leader. They don't need the title to say they're a leader. They are already a leader.
It is, and what's interesting is that we think about leader, we associate it with manager, right? So leader equals manager, and it doesn't. You got to be a leader. A manager is not always a leader.
No.
But a leader can manage.
Exactly.
Right? Yes. And so when you think about your business, as if you're an entrepreneur, you may not have a team yet, but you're a leader, even though you're not managing. And I thought that was so...
an aha moment.
Yeah, it is, right? When we educate ourselves sometimes. And I was just talking to our friend that we were with, and it was really interesting because she was talking about what does she want to do next, and then how to teach in a different way.
Right.
Not necessarily want to be a business owner, but she wants to teach and educate. Right. And she thought about it in one way, and I'm like, well, why don't you think about educating people this way? And it was like the eyes, it's an aha right there. It's like threading that needle, right? Or finding that needle in the haystack. So where can people find out about?
You know what? Marsha's been great. She's speaking on our platform this week here in Utah at the Steiner Erickson Lodge. And so she'll be speaking on our platform both virtually as well as in person. And so what we want to do is have you guys, go to her website, come to ourpromiseproject.com where you'll see Marsha, you'll see all of our amazing partners. I mean, we have small companies, medium companies, and enterprise level who's on this mission to help nonprofits succeed and keeping their promises. But Marsha, I think the question that you're really asking is how can people get involved?
Yeah.
And there's three ways to get involved. One, share away the link, the content, share away, but you become a promise keeper is the second way. Keep your promises, guys. If you said, you know what, I'm going to help my next door neighbor because right now her children, are stressing her out and I need to take them for a walk. Whatever you are saying to someone else is a promise. So start being the promise keeper yourself, because it will be easy for you to understand our mission, that we're about keeping promises to people and people who matter and people we don't even know. The third thing, and Marsha, this is because you're amazing. We are actually going to California next month, and we'd love for you guys to be there with us, virtual as well, if you're able to be a part of it. But I want you to understand, like, our mission is to help you even keep your promise. That's why we're going nationwide.
Yes.
We want to change how we view nonprofits. We are on a mission to help these nonprofits keep their promises.
Right. So we're doing 7 of these summits this year.
Yes, we are.
So I'm not taking off my tennis shoes. I'm leaving them on. Where else are we going?
We're going.
Because sometimes this is the only way I find out information. Sure. Where are we going? And I'm taking notes.
Yes. Well, on our website, we actually have a couple of the cities that we're going. We're going to Las Vegas. We're obviously coming to Irvine, California. We're also going to be in Orlando. So that's a big deal for us because we're trying to service all of the East Coast. We're going to New Jersey. We're going to Atlanta. One of the places that's dear to my heart is we're waiting for confirmation, but we'd like to go to Hawaii. Yeah, we're going to Hawaii. And not only because it's an amazing place and that's where I'm from, but Hawaii is its own ecosystem. And a lot of times the ecosystem of nonprofits doesn't reach those people. And so we need to really focus in on helping as many people as we can to remove the barriers of them delivering their message and being able to keep their promises.
Yeah, isn't that beautiful?
Yes.
I'm excited. We're going to Hawaii.
I know. I can't wait.
We're going to be all over. Oh
Yes.
my God. So, one of the things I do before I wrap up my show is I ask a question that has nothing to do with anything.
Wow.
Okay? So, I want to know what song inspires you. Okay, so I'm going to close out the show, but I want you to think about a song that inspires you. Okay? So, guys, if it's Wednesday, it's Hump Day Happens. And we're all about the Promise Keepers and the Promise Project this week. So please, if you want to get information about getting a ticket, go to ourpromiseproject.com.
Mm-hmm.
And if you put in the code SPEAKER, you can get a free ticket for the virtual event.
Yes.
So definitely do that. It's going to be awesome. And what else I have going on? So I'm speaking. I'm speaking, so it's really cool.
Yes.
And I always have the podcasts are out there on my YouTube channels, on my on Spotify. That was my favorite thing. When I got told I was on Spotify, I'm like, woohoo.
She's official.
I was official because I'm on Spotify. And if you need help, right, finding that needle in your business, whether it's a nonprofit or a profit, Shar and I have really partnered together in a lot of projects as well. And sometimes we work with clients together, right? Because they need some mindset, they need some direction, they need to find that needle in the haystack, and then sometimes they need to know what to do with it and how to market it. So we have some cool programs that we work on together.
Yes.
So go out to levityleadership.com, or you can go to speakwithmarsha.com, set up an appointment, 30-minute consultation. We will laser focus and find that needle to move your business. So, Shar, the song that inspires you and why?
The one that inspires me is because it's attached to my daughter. She's just good people, and I'm so lucky to be a mom. And of course, I've been blessed because I've adopted 2 children who are amazing human beings. But anything from The Greatest Showman. And there's a gal by the name of Kiala. She's from Hawaii. And, my daughter really resonated with her. And that whole movie resonated with me. And the entire movie is a musical about life and being able to be who you are. And so that is really tender to my heart. And I just think about that when I think about the promises that I'm keeping and the work and the people around me. And it's because of them. And so, Marsha, you're part of that mission.
Yeah. And our kids inspire us all the time.
They do.
I mean, I know mine does. My daughter used to come on every Wednesday, and she's actually hosted the show in my absence one time. She's been a guest on my show, and Washington opened up for teachers to be back in the classroom. So guess what? My biggest fan.
Oh, she moved.
She can't just hop off and get on the show with mom. So
darn.
But we love you, Max and Danielle.
Oh,
and
thank you.
If it's Wednesday,
yes,
it's Hump Day Happens. Bye, everybody.
Take care. Bye-bye.